Good morning, Arts Impact Middle School artists and staff. All right, students, I've tried to record the morning announcement 4 times now. Yes, I've been trying to do this since about 6:45 this morning, and I keep having technical difficulties or getting interrupted. So here I am to read our Panther Pride and Artist of the Week nominations. So let's start out with Artist of the Week. All right, Miss Corinne nominated Ty Woodfork. Ty shows up and shows out each day. He's a wonderful dancer who participates every day in class. He is also a leader when it comes to knowing our dance history. Mr. O'Neill nominated Kennedy Lloyd, Kennedy Curry, and Nicholas Clark, all for their dedication and commitment to musical excellence. Miss Jeffries nominated Grady Johnson. Grady plays the trombone with the East High School Band, and he was playing last night in Dayton, Ohio, and returned to school today, tired but learning focused. We are proud of you for representing Ames in a big way, Grady. Mr. Falder nominated Vincent Tyler. Vince has worked incredibly hard this year to prove himself as a classroom leader. He has proven himself to be reliable and trustworthy. I appreciate you. Miss Bain nominated Nate Jones. Nate shows a great effort in class and always tries his best. Miss Soren nominated Nevaeh Coates. Nevaeh always comes to class with a positive attitude and ready to do her work as well as help others. Mrs. Tilger was nominated for her educational humor and occupational insight. Miss Matthews nominated Javea Daniels. Javea has demonstrated making strong choices and showing respect towards her teachers, peers, and admin. Mrs. Malachowski nominated Tamila Johnson for showing amazing technique in shading her still life, as well as DJ Butler, who always has a kind word and goes out of his way to socialize at his table with peers while creating his art. Mr. Hughes was nominated. Mr. Hughes has been doing an awesome job working with Digum. He has taken initiative to help out wherever possible and done anything that's been asked of him. I have really appreciated his positive attitude. Then, Miss Harper was nominated. Miss Harper is modeling consistency and forming strong habits for being learning focused during instruction. She's also setting a tone of mutual respect with her students. Thank you, Miss Harper. Then we have Lecrae Willis, who's nominated by Mr. James for a very mature approach to achieving what they wish to get out of school. And Faith Mensa and Kimber Milton were also nominated by Mr. James for always being very pleasant and positive. Mr. McKee nominated Alyssa Wicker. Alyssa has had a great start to her middle school year. She is mature beyond her years. Keep it up, Alyssa. He also nominated Christopher Herrera. For Chris is a fine young man. He is willing to help out whenever called upon. Great work, Christopher. And then Adriana Valdez. Adriana offers so much to the class. She's always a positive role model in everything she does. Way to go, Adriana. Mrs. Fiddler nominated Anthony Pitts. She writes, Anthony achieves in the classroom by completing and turning in all of his assignments, participating and being prepared for class. Anthony shows respect by being considerate of others and by following adult directions. Anthony makes safe choices by choosing wisely where he sits in class in order to maximize his learning opportunities. Then Miss Corinne nominated Amariana Rice for shows up to class every day with full energy and effort. She holds herself responsible for progress in dance, demonstrating our expectations on a daily basis. Mrs. Woods nominated Sierra Hardgrove, Muse. For Sierra is kind and helpful to peers and adults at school. She does not hesitate to lend a helping hand or solve a problem that needs fixed. Then we have Torian Elder, who was nominated by Mr. Falder. During class, Torian was distracted by his phone. When I asked him to put it away, instead of putting it up to be tempted again, he asked me to hold on to it for the rest of the class. Mature, strong decision, Torian. Mrs. Malachowski nominated Raven Stanton for taking the time to help fellow classmates with mobility issues to get supplies she needs. Mr. Falder nominated Medina King. Medina is the epitome of what a fantastic student should look like at Ames. She always has a positive attitude, promotes building right expectations through her own actions, and isn't afraid to help. Miss Boddicker nominated Jeremiah Breston. Jeremiah does great at participating in class and tries his best every day. Miss Bell nominated Isaac McGee. Isaac has been kind to all of his friends and always ready with a positive attitude and a smile. Miss Harper nominated Abu Senko. Abu is always seen working hard in class. He is respectful and helpful towards his classmates, and I truly admire Abu's work ethic and how he holds himself to high standards. Mr. Peace was nominated. It's written that Mr. Peace demonstrates building positive relationships with his students. An example of this is witnessed during his classroom direction and his engagement with the students during recess by playing football. Mrs. DeVoe nominated Adrian Townsend. Adrian is a hard worker. He takes great pride in his work and is a pleasure to have in class. Ms. Parrish nominated Samik McNeil, who works very hard in class and has consistently studied his vocabulary and is prepared well for class. Our last four, Ms. Shope nominated Treyon Horton. Treyon is doing a great job of adjusting to the middle school routine, participating in class, and being a kind friend. Keep up the great work. Ms. McIntosh nominated Jatai Kate Keys, who has done well achieving this week in social studies by participating and asking questions and being attentive during class. Also nominated Adriana Valdez, for Adriana has done a great job being ready, prepared, and focused for first period every day. And lastly, Miss Rickard nominated Kyliana Howard. During dismissal, while 8th graders were walking down the hall to get on the bus, Kylie stopped to help another student pick up her books and Chromebook and helped her with getting everything back into her backpack so she wouldn't miss the bus. So congratulations to all of those students for Panther Pride and Artist of the Week. I ask that you make today as best as you possibly can, be learning focused, and remember to follow our building wide expectations of achieving, showing respect, demonstrating your talents, and making safe choices each and every day. Let's have a fabulous Friday.